I want to be a YouTuber.
Mr. Kimura, why did you decide to become a high school teacher?
Cause I like high school girls, that's why!
Soul Leveling Season 2, Episode 11 was good. Very good? Although I was expecting a lot more considering the material it's adapting. While there was a lot of rough edges, overall the episode is still great. Animation wise, there is a lot to be desired. The overall direction really helped at elevating some scenes. Yes, I explained it last video. This was probably quite a rushed episode. A lot of ADs and assistant ADs are here, so we prayed for next episode. A lot of people are definitely a bit disappointed about this. I still think it's really good for Soul Leveling standards. Also, I forgot to mention Akari's backstory, her sister having the eternal sleep, and the Yak King did her dirty. By the way, this is from the game, it's not from the manhwa. And another news, they fumbled for not getting UFO table. Ooh, again, I don't want to explain anything. Zero's plot is Natsuki Subaru suddenly summoned to. This episode covered the last couple of pages of chapter 96 to chapter 100. There was not much caught content stuff because schedule is tight. They probably had to do just one-to-one with the manhwa. Yes, I know they adapted it from the novel, but the core team probably still uses the manhwa as reference. They probably sometimes just stamp the manhwa panels in the storyboards itself. You think this shot, the storyboarder just thought of it randomly, but it miraculously looks the same as the manhwa panel? Coincidence? No. This scene, while in the anime, it was just a basic effect. The manhwa was more specific about what buffs certain characters got. Dongwook and the cameraman got defense, Beck strength, Choi magic, maybe? Taegyo agility, Chahain, I don't know, attack. Also, Beck called it a black ant. That's a bluer ant. You racist piece of shit. They cut this old couple, which could be implying that these are Unsok's parents. Maybe. Don't quote me on this. But she said it's to avenge our son, and the only person that we know died in the Jeju Island raid, that was a dude back then, was Unsok. So I don't know if that's actually it. Byunggu, while yes, he's a healer, his combat rank is somewhere between A or B rank, since the A rank cameraman was kind of shocked of how fierce he is. In the coast of China, we get to see the talks of certain people about Goto Ryuji being desperate at trying to be a national level hunter, and also might backfire for Ryuji himself. It was basically plan A of them getting Goto Ryuji to national level hunter status for Japan, but if everything didn't go well, plan B is to betray Korea. Although they didn't fully show it, I don't know if they will next episode, but from this shot of Goto's sword breaking, that's probably an implication of something. They changed Jinwoo's position from a random street to on top of a building. All the 12-year-olds going, "Oh my god, aura, aura, chin aura!" Before breaking down the episode, people are saying a lot about the schedule after this episode aired. There's some scenes here and there that kind of had to get nerfed, like Chahain's final attack, or some cuts changing that feels like there's something more. It's the same thing with the recent ReZero episode. Again, the production time is tighter. So tight. Okay, sorry. For this season, the fact that we already got 2 episodes that's on the same level as the Igris fight, or even better, is insane. Soul Leveling team don't have the same manpower as, let's say, JJK Season 2. JJK Season 2 basically had the whole new gen industry working on it, and not just that, they also had the biggest episode in terms of talent, not just in anime, but in the whole animation space. So what Soul Leveling needs to do is allocate their resources well. Yes, some episodes might get sacrificed. It's unfortunate, but hopefully it pays off. You don't want it to be like Kojima, or now more well known as Bug Films, where they sacrifice a lot of the episodes, outsourcing them, or even sacrificing the schedule, because sometimes they put too much time and resources in some episodes, like Zom 100 episode 1, Summertime Rendering episode 15, or some Komi-san episodes. That's why people are worried about Witch Hat Atelier. I don't want to go more in depth because runtime, so I'll link Sultan's thread on this. He made a really good thread. Some parts I don't agree on, but it's like 90% I agree on, so yeah. If you want to see more of Soul Leveling's scheduling fiasco, go there. Anyways, this episode was storyboarded and directed by Kento Toya, same person who did season 2 episode 15, and even if this episode was handicapped by the tighter production, there was still some very good scenes that was constructed nicely, whether it's using slow motion, music placements, or neat visual IDs using different color palettes. Toya really does love implementing environmental shots that really gets the scale across a bit more. It can be 3D aerial shots or an illustrated background just spinning in different directions. It's called a parallax scrolling. Thank you, Chromafire. Although at times the execution can falter, the re-storyboarded death of Akari is way better compared to last episode. The hazy monochromatic coloring to specify that her head got cleaved, and the bloom effect on the very white background casting on the darker parts of this scene, with a little bit of autofocus blurring. With Toya's exceptional boards of moving an illustrated background, same goes with episode 8. This is one layer, then the characters is the second layer, then the background. Although it's limited, the impact is there, with the Ant King speed captured really well, even if he's just a simple thick line that's moving around very fast. Also, Ant King is voiced by the same person as Regulus. At least he can be overpowered here, while not acting like hot shit. But in ReZero, he's doing the definition of liking girls, not from the outside, but from the inside. Literally. Even if scenes lacked animation prowess, it's still very interesting at times for the action too. The animation can spike here and there, but the way it's constructed, you still feel the sheer firepower that Choi has with great effects and amazing draftsmanship by Pseudo, or Beck going berserk. Maybe Beck was the one that was underwhelming, but I love this mirroring where it like flickered sideways for a bit. Looks really cool. Cha-haen got the most sauce. Tetsuya Akatsu animated this. The perspective shots really get the scale or distance across, also animating the spider in 2D at a downwards angle, with Cha-haen flying around in sometimes ones, and this mirroring is very bold, with her turning into like a Millennium Falcon. The final attack making the lighting brighter and her eyes too. Mae Dongwook moved quite a lot to insinuate how heavy he is, and even exaggerating his attack, like making his weapon look more elastic to give the weight and force of the attack. It's basically a fight with really good boards, but the animation at times and overall execution can be lacking. Although the CG ants is good, not saying it's up there with JC staff and Mappa's in-house CG team. It can be a bit wonky at times, but mostly it's good to portray all these ends, so you don't have to individually hand draw it. Subsequent that with Tomoko Pseudo's amazing draftsmanship, the desperation and concerning expressions, Pseudo really emphasize it even more to make this threat of the Ant King more fierce. The more line count for the injured hunters to showcase the collateral damage that it did was amazing. Even if the schedule is catching up, the overall drawing quality this episode is fantastic, and this Jinbu drawing at the end, chef's kiss. Phenomenal work. Ant King's entrance to the Korea S-Rank Hunters, it was beautifully directed with the blaring sirens OST, and one of the best OSTs of the series. This is why you come for me. I want you to come in me. It really had interesting visual ideas, and the animation for it was good. The slow-mo cuts and making the cuts feel more, even if it doesn't move, like Mae Dongwook getting slammed the first time with heavy lining to give more force, or Taegyo's attack making the shadows flicker to tell the viewer that he's drawing back his bow with a lot of force, or he's just scared. I mean, I would have shit in my pants by now. The comp and art direction is really good, although the art direction can look a bit unfinished because they probably had no time. Also using meh looking CG backgrounds, but the caves didn't look distracting at all. They blur the backgrounds at times so that the focal point, which is the S-Rank Hunters and the ants, don't get distracted by the things behind it. Overall comp wise, amazing. I don't really have much to say. Ant King's aura looks nice. It blends really well rather than just using the transparent smoke that the manhwa uses a lot. It also mixes with this darker aura that they usually use. With the red, it's really nice. I can't wait for the next episode.
I can't wait.
Hopefully everything is put on this next episode. The staff knows how important this fight is, and I can say it now, I guess. Yes, Takeuchi is in the next episode. I don't know what he's gonna do yet, but smiley face. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what are your thoughts about this episode. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.